Devin and Shakur.
Right.
Because those two boxing phenoms, you know, if you're not on that level mentally, like, you're not even gonna compete with those two dudes.
Right.
You know?
It's such an interesting thing because a lot of people don't know. You know, the general public, when someone gets to like an elite level, they need some high profile fight in order for people to realize. Because all the boxing fans realize, like Shakur's a great example. It's not really a household name, but he should be.
Shakur sees that. He's anticipating something to come. He knows he's going to explode in. So what does Shakur do? Teo takes a big step in, Shakur takes a big step back. You know, again, always understanding because he has great eyes, understands boxing very well and movements. And Shakur's going to step out of range and make Teo fall short.
So much confidence in his power. He doesn't give a f*** he's giving away a couple
he
rounds.
definitely be giving away rounds, but, you know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Joe Rogan and Terence Crawford break down the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez matchup and agree that Shakur is operating on a different level. They stress that this fight goes beyond raw skill. It's about strategy, adaptability, and who can impose their style when the pressure is highest. Rogan highlights Stevenson's elite defensive instincts, while Crawford points to his precision and timing. Both believe this bout will expose who truly belongs at the top, as each fighter brings elite talent, intelligence, and heart into the
I mean, he's an elite fighter. He's so good. But he needs like a big, high-profile fight, like Gervonta did, you know, against
Nobody
Ryan
want to fight
Garcia.
him.
Right.
Nobody want to fight him.
Yeah.
And I see why. You know, I get it. But at the same time, you know, they're going to have to see him sooner or later. No matter what, no matter how far they go, they're going to have to see him sooner or later. So, you know, all these fighters, you know, he's calling out everybody. He's calling out the Pitbull. He's calling out Lomachenko.
Yeah.
He's calling out Devin. He's calling out, you know, Tank. He's calling out everybody.
Yeah.
And he want to fight everybody right now.
Right.
You know, and that's a dangerous man when you know how talented he is. And he's motivated. He's focused. He's stay in the gym. He's a gym rat. He loves boxing to the core. Like, yeah, that's a dangerous man right now because he got something on his mind that, you know, he wanna accomplish.
And he's still very young.
Yeah.
Very young and still getting better with every fight. Him versus Tank would be insane.
Yeah.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches and then starts to figure holes out. And the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive. He's very explosive, and, you know, man, he be cracking them dudes.
Rogan praises Shakur Stevenson's defensive style as something special, calling it rare in modern boxing. He explains how Stevenson reads opponents, anticipates attacks, and controls distance with remarkable calm. According to Rogan, that defensive intelligence combined with technical precision allows Shakur to stay composed under fire, avoid unnecessary risks, and punish mistakes. It's what makes him one of the most difficult fighters in the sport to figure out.
Best Philly shell since Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
His fucking defense was incredible.
Yeah. Defense, and he stayed. And that guy was putting the guy from Golden Boy. I can't remember his name, who he fought, but was just a good fighter and was really pressuring him. And Shakur stayed in the pocket.
Yeah.
He stayed in the pocket.
He also
Because
said he's
people
not
were calling
gonna
him a
fight that
runner
way
before.
anymore.
He's not a runner, yeah.
But he said after that fight, I'm not going to fight that way anymore. He said I took too many shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he wanted to like put on a show and show everybody he's not just a runner. He could stand in the pocket.
Right.
Then he's like, why am I doing this? I'll box the shit out of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Which
a
I
silver
get,
medalist,
too.
that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's
Yeah.
elite. He's elite.
Yeah.
And just one of the best, like, it's as far as skill.
Hackett offers a sharp perspective on Teofimo Lopez, focusing on the mental and physical dynamics that define his performances. He notes that Lopez often sees the knockout as his clearest path to victory, leaning on speed, power, and mindset. Hackett references the Lomachenko fight, where Teofimo's hunger and intensity forced a cautious champion, but he argues that today's Lopez is different. Fame and expectations have altered his approach. While Lopez still has all the tools, speed, power, footwork, and confidence, he doesn't always connect them at the same time. Sometimes the speed lacks power. Other times the power lacks timing. Hackett concludes that if Lopez can align everything in one night, he has a real chance to beat Shakur Stevenson.
Mentally.
For sure.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure. Teo talking about feel like he can get him out of there in 9. Do you feel like that's the only opportunity that he could do to get the victory is by getting him out of there and, not boxing Shakur?
I'm gonna tell you this. When Teo fought Lomachenko, right? I'll tell you what it was. His strength, his speed, and his mindset, that fight was why Lomachenko was so hesitant to throw. Teo could do the same thing to Shakur, but now it's a different day. He wasn't as famous as he is now as he was back then. Back then he was more hungry.
Cool.
When he fought Lomachenko, he was hungry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since he's been really hungry and been really wanting to win the fight. I think this fight could be that, but his mindset, his focus, his strength and everything, he got to bring everything to the table. And he could beat Shakur because he has the ingredients. The problem is he can't put them together. Sometimes he show up with the speed without the power. Sometimes he show up with the power without the footwork. Sometimes he show up with the footwork without the mindset. You know what I'm saying? He be in pieces. If he bring everything to the table, he'll be cool.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's the leader of the new school when it comes down to those two guys?
No. The leader of the new school would be Abdullah Mason. The reason why, he's 21 years old. He's been pro for like 4 years.
Bradley delivers a detailed breakdown of the stylistic clash between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. He emphasizes how their contrasting approaches could decide the fight. Lopez thrives on explosive, twitchy movements that generate power in short bursts, allowing him to fire sudden combinations and shift quickly between offense and defense. That unpredictability makes him dangerous and capable of changing a fight instantly, however. Bradley warns that this style comes with risk against a technician like Stevenson. Shakur's strengths, timing, defensive awareness, and precision make it difficult for Lopez to land cleanly. Bradley ultimately suggests that while Lopez's speed and power are real threats, Stevenson's discipline and calculated approach could neutralize them, turning the fight into a chess match where patience and timing decide the outcome.
The feet is what gets you in position to be able to land those shots. Footwork is extremely important. When I look at both these guys and I look at Shakur's footwork, I look at Teo's footwork, and what I noticed about Teo's footwork in particular is that in order to be able to throw with the amount of power that he has, I've noticed with Teo, there's always a subtle pause before he actually explodes. And Teo's a guy that likes to explode into contact, like to explode into his opponents, man, to land his offense. Fast, twitchy type muscles, fibers. He's extremely fast. Some may say that his twitchiness kind of reminds him of like Roy Jones' type of movements. How quick he's able to close that distance on his opposition. However, he's in there with a guy that is a master at controlling distance. That's he's a master at literally, getting in his position, right? In a position where he wants to be and taking away your positioning. And with doing so, he takes away your feet, and that's why I think feet are going to be extremely important in this. If you can keep your opponent off balance. For instance, let me just give you an example. It's like Teo explodes. There's a subtlety before he explodes with his offense. And as soon as Shakur sees that, he's anticipating something to come. He knows he's going to explode in. So what does Shakur do? Teo takes a big step in. Shakur takes a big step back. Again, always understanding because he has great eyes. Great eyes, understands boxing very well and movements. And Shakur's going to